evening, everyone. I'm Mike Veasey. Welcome to Mike's alternate reality show, the talk show I put together to talk to creative people that are out there pursuing their passions. And no one is doing it more successfully than my first guest, the most decorated guest I've ever had on this show, professional wrestling champion, Steve Person. Steve, welcome to the show.
Steve in Person is an N at the end of it. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
just
thank
don't
you.
let it happen again.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, lesson learned, Mr. Person.
A little something for the people that can't afford an internet connection and are able to see me for the first time. I am the captain of the Mustache Club, the host of the Nerd Badge podcast, Mr. 2003 Time Magazine Person of the Year. Google that, because there's a bunch of different monikers that I have. The most famous of them all is I am Steve in Person, in person.
Wow. Well, you're quite impressive in person, Mr. Person.
Damn right.
Steven, are you currently holding all of these championship belts?
Yes, I am. I'm glad you asked that, Mike.
I did.
So, let me run over everything here for people, because you know what? Hey, I'm a generous guy. I'm here to give information. Funhouse Wrestling, Cross-Continental Champion. HAWA, Multinational Champion. PAX, United States Champion. HAWA, Interstate Champion. I have all these titles around my waist, defending them all across the world. I defended this in Puerto Rico. I defended that in Dominican Republic. I also defended this one in Colombia. So I go across the country and I defend these belts. Most of the time I am in HAWA, I am in Funhouse Wrestling, I am in PAX. So I get to yeah, you know what? I got to go back to one thing though. It's kind of annoying because right now I should have a fifth one right here. The ACW Media Champion, and I lost that because of Rome Brown. And Rome, I'm going to see you on June 27th, and when I see you on June 27th in person, I'm going to break your neck and take that title I should have won that night, the inaugural champion. It should have been me, not you in the record books as the first guy. Another belt that should be right here, which will be mine, because sorry to cut you off, next week, June 12th, Deer Park, Long Island, SWA, Wrestle Hell, our biggest show of the year. It's going to be me versus 4 other jerks that have no business in my division.
All right. Well, I think Rome has...
Who are those people you ask? I'm glad you asked.
...been issued notice. I mean, Rome is one of those jerks, apparently, no?
No, that's a different place. That's up in the Bronx.
How do you keep track of all these belts and all
I have a great memory. What can I say? The SWA Adrenaline Championship has been something I've held around my waist for a very long time. And it's something that was taken unceremoniously from me after I defeated a certain individual and I beat him. But then the commission decided to make him get a rematch, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. And a broken clock is right twice a day. And guess what? One time, that's all he needed. One fluke win, and he took my title. Kind of gets me mad. There should be a fifth one, sixth one, right here.
Well,
right here.
They should at least give you a crack. I mean, if you've beaten him once, he's beaten you once. Now it's a tiebreaker.
That's the thing. It should be a tiebreaker, one-on-one, but no. It's going to be A1G. It's going to be Anthony Flyer coming back from retirement. I didn't even know he was gone. That's fine. And then Alex Vendetta, Mr. Entrance. No one likes anyway. Vendetta. And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to not flip this table over in a fit of rage right now.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
SWA, June 12th. Him. And another friend that I have, I don't want to mention his name because it's bad luck, because I wish no ill will on him. He was a former Adrenaline champion too, and I'm gonna be nice to him. I'm just going to let him beat up other people, and then I'm going to pin Alex Vendetta because I need to pin the champion. That's what I need to have happen. I need to pin him to show him that I am superior to him in every way, shape, and form as a professional wrestler. And that's what I'm going to do June 12th.
Well, I'm sure you have a better mustache than him.
Yes, I do. Captain of the Mustache Club. Mustache is up.
So, let's start with the Funhouse Wrestling.
Yes.
Where are they based? Where can we see Funhouse?
Funhouse Wrestling is out in New Jersey. We run a whole bunch of different promotions. Our sister promotion, Wrestling Recovery, they're a very great promotion. They do a lot of great stuff with people with addiction, people who have life problems. They offer a lot of services, a lot of help just to sit there and put them over like that. They're a really great company. Funhouse Wrestling runs also coinciding with Titan Championship Wrestling, which is a great place. It's one of my favorite places to wrestle in Jersey.
Wow, and Jersey's not far from where we are.
Yes,
so
it is. Right over the bridge, ladies and gentlemen.
So we can Google Funhouse Wrestling
Yes, you can.
Get a schedule.
Yes, you can.
All right. And this belt, very impressive belt. This is the...
I call her Florence. This is the multinational championship in Connecticut, HAWA. One of my favorite places to wrestle up there. There are some other great places out there. Outcast Wrestling out there is an amazing place to wrestle. Cindy
Connecticut.
Hart.
That's where the WWE is based.
Yes, yes they are. I don't wrestle for WWE.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yet. But yeah, so that's where I get to wrestle a lot. Those places, HAWA, Outcast Wrestling. I'm a proud member of their rosters. I'm going to be wrestling in July out there. I'll get you the information for that one later. Yeah, this belt, I've defended a lot of different beautiful places, so I can honestly say I'm proud of this one a lot. This one I took internationally twice, so.
Yeah, you said Colombia.
Yep, Colombia and Dominican Republic. And
what was it like going to Colombia?
absolutely scary because I don't speak Spanish. It's funny and the best part was it was actually really funny. What happened was that I didn't realize it, but there was a lot, and I mean a lot, of commercials running for the show. And I didn't realize it. I just thought it was another happy-go-lucky independent place. No. I got to go out to Colombia, and HAWA brought us out there. It was the summer, August 3rd of 2024. Yeah, 24. And I got such an amazing trip out there. I got to see a very beautiful country. We wrestled in Barranquilla, and then outside of Barranquilla, this beautiful, amazing, gorgeous club that was on the beach. And it was breathtaking. I've never wrestled in an outdoor arena that beautiful in my life. We wrestled for people that were like super rich and social influencers. So it was a big, big event. I got to wrestle Johan Vera, a really good friend of mine, Rico De La Cruz, me and my good friend Papi Chulo. We walked away with the tag team victory. It was a great time. I wrestled some guy in boots. I forget his name.
Okay.
At a big Coliseum match. I won victoriously and with vigor and lack of surprise because I am a better wrestler than he was. And I put him down for the 1, 2, 3. That one I defended in the Dominican Republic against a man. Actually, this one too. I put both belts on the line.
In one match?
In one match, and he's one of their favorites out there. He's a glad hander. He goes out there, high fives all the kids and everything like that. I wrestled I forgot his name. Solar. Not Solar. I can't remember his name. But anyway, yes, he was a great guy, very good, talented wrestler. I was able to walk away with the victory. He says he won. I don't know where he got that from.
Well, you have the belts.
I got the belts. That's the most important thing. Yeah. So another time I wrestled these two guys back to back in a gauntlet match. I put both belts on the line. One was Masked Savior, who was a very talented wrestler from Dominican Republic who made his way over there. And then I wrestled against what was the other guy's name? It doesn't matter. Beat him anyway. Yeah. So he was dressed like a bear. It was kind of weird.
Well, we're running out of time. Yeah. Are any of these belts your favorite?
They're all my favorites. All my belts are my favorites.
Okay.
Especially the two I'm going to be winning soon because, I mean, what can I say? I'm going to be draped out in gold by the end of 2026. I want more. This is just the standard. This is just the jump off of what I've had for the past 2 years. I've been defending these belts like a monster, and I want more, and I'm going to get more because I deserve more. I'm entitled to it because I am the best wrestler on the East Coast. Plain and simple.
Can I ask you to come back when you have those additional belts?
Absolutely. I'll come back with those belts, baby.
Yeah.
Also, I might have another show this weekend in AC. I'm still trying to work it out with the people over there. So if I win another belt this weekend, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. I might just show up on your doorstep telling you to interview me. So.
All right. Well, that's I'm certainly not going to say no.
Yep.
And hopefully I could. Is there any way I could join that mustache club?
Yes, you can. I think always come prepared. Because I should be prepared. Always come prepared. Always come prepared. This is a big responsibility. You may put it on because I don't want to touch you.
With great mustaches come great responsibility. I want to thank my guest, the currently four-time, four-belt holding wrestling champion, Stephen Person.
Should be six.
We will be seeing him again.
6.
We'll be right back after this.
In person.
Have you been hurt in an accident? Been bitten by a dog? Gotten injured on public transportation? Oh, been bitten by a dog on public transportation? That would be gold. If you answered yes to any of these questions, I want to be your personal injury attorney. I have filed over 200 cases against the city of New York. Have I won any? Not yet. But I've come so close. And you know what it means when I've lost this many cases? It means I'm due. I am not an ambulance chaser. What I do is I set up shop in the hospital. I let the ambulances come to me. They say people learn from their mistakes. Well, if that's true, I'm way smarter than most lawyers. So come on, dial 555-5673. That's 555 so close. Let my first victory be yours. Hi, everyone. Well, we are back with Mike's alternate reality show. My next guests are two beautiful and talented actresses that are going to be appearing later on in a comedy sketch we did together. We have storyteller, performer, and mystic Danielle Hernandez, and returning to the show, actor Amie Margoles. Ladies, thank you so much for coming down to the show.
How do you do? Yeah, this is fun. This is cool.
Danielle, it's wonderful to meet you. This is the first time you've been on the show. Amy's
It
been
sure
here.
is.
Amy's been here quite a few times.
Very cool.
But you're a storyteller and a performer and a mystic. Please, give me some details.
Elaborate, but on a time limit, sure. Yeah. I mean, as an actor, it's easy to get lost in the sauce of what type of performance I do. So I find storytelling wraps it all up with a bow because I write, I have my own one-woman show, Danielle XX, and actually I met Amie through the group Naked Angels, which is a group of performers, writers, directors who come together to hear their work put together.
To develop works in progress.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about Danielle XX.
Yeah, in a nutshell, experience versus expectation. So it's my coming of age as a little girl knowing I'd be a woman, but what did that mean? And so taking the stories that I grew up around, the ones that really resonated with me, in particular The Princess Bride and The Little Mermaid. Those were the two that I glommed onto and I was like, this is my personality. But it wasn't. And those women became like the women I identified with the most. And if you're familiar with them, they're very different women. So it's like one is an adventurer and one is a passive depressive who's afraid to love again. So it's exploring like inner conflict of my motivations and where they came from. I make an example of myself a lot growing up in Catholic school and the morals and principles that, again, I was like, this is who I am. But what did that allow me to do versus not do? So it explores relationships. It explores the way that I would either self-contain and refuse to engage with people, or the ways that I would outsource relationships. Especially like friendship to me is the most important the relationship you can have, because we choose those people and there's nothing carnal that keeps them in your lives. It's just purely choosing to be there for one another, to share space and enjoy each other's company, and to build a beautiful world together.
Very nice. Very well put. You also perform stand-up comedy.
That I do. Yes. I come from an improv background, so comedy is my love language. It explodes out of me. I often tell people I'm exploding with cartoons, and this is what I mean. You could probably hear like voices, accents, I slip in and out of them. I'm very much a product of film, television. All of those characters live in me, and as I need them, I just pluck them out.
That's terrific. Pretty handy for an improviser.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Haha.
So, Amie, how's your acting career going? I've seen you in many things, one more impressive than the next. You've worked with me several times. I've had the honor of working with Amie on stage and stuff I've written. What are you up to now?
Well, we just closed our show Scope, which was intense and amazing, beautiful story.
At the Tank Theater in Manhattan, and
Yeah.
that was a very powerful piece.
Yeah, and it was out, and I stepped outside of my comfort zone and really became a character that was much different from who I am, and immediately doing sketch comedy afterwards.
Oh, it's wow.
Where I get to play 5 different characters who are completely different from who I am.
So great. So you're not being typecast. That's every actor's dream.
Like,
You broke the mold.
yeah, that's right. So, but it's sketch comedy, so you can really dig in and get weird and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I also perform improv, stand-up, and sketch, and it's a blast. And one of the things I like about those art forms, I also do theater. I do legitimate theater, community theater, and that's a 6 to 8 week process of just getting it on stage, and then you're committed to another 2 or 3 weeks after that. Where improv, sketch, you show up, you do it, and you move on. Where a play, you're living with it for 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And studying to get off book for all of that time as well. Mm-hmm. So that lines may stick with you afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always try to get off book as quickly as possible because, like yourself, Danielle, I use my hands a lot on stage, and when you're holding the script, it just when I'm not looking at this is how I'll do it. But
Yeah, or for me, I always find as soon as I get off book, I'm allowed to, things come up, I'm like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. And it helps me analyze my character once I'm not trying to think of what the words are.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bad habit as an actor. I don't think it's that bad, but I found myself memorizing on my feet, and by that I mean, I'm at this desk, this is when I say this line. I'm on the couch. I would associate the blocking with the lines.
Yeah.
And I memorized fine. Mm-hmm. But then if someone says, all right, lose the desk, then,
Yeah, it becomes a crutch.
I was about to ask why using the props was a bad habit, but I can see how that would throw you off.
Right, and plus if you or another actor changes the blocking mistakenly, and you're like, why am I over here near the bar when I'm supposed to be over there?
Gotta be adaptable.
Exactly.
This is where improv comes in. The importance of having an improv background.
Yeah.
That's right. Especially if a line is dropped, a prop is missing, you have to keep going, pick it up, and make it make sense.
Well, I had 30 years ago, playing the lead in Lend Me a Tenor, one of my favorite roles of all time. Between weekend 1 and weekend 2, the stage manager quit
Oh, no.
and took all the props.
Oh,
Oh, they quit hard.
But the props were on stage. It's not like you go to the prop table, you check your props. I'm talking about like when I go to get the phone book or when I go to get the phone. It's like these things weren't where they were supposed to be. That was a heart attack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were those props that the director had brought, stage manager had brought personally, and so they
believe
took
so.
them with them? Okay.
I believe so, because
At
there was
least
some props.
I think at least it's not as petty as it could have been.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was a hell of a thing to discover in front of an audience.
No, I had an experience one time. Recently, we did Dial M for Murder at the Little Victory Theater here in Staten Island.
Sure.
And I was playing Margot, the M in the murder. And our detective was this tall actor. He was like 6'5", 6'6", like he was tremendously tall. And a week before opening, he took ill, like could not perform. And so the director had to step in as the detective. She was not off book because she was the director for all of us. So we had to find clever ways for her to have script pages in, like her taking notes in drawers. It was like a French farce, but we got it done. And she was a joy to have step in for that role. So in that case, the props were super necessary because they were where we were able to stash lines.
That's remarkable.
Literally.
Well, good for all of you for getting on with the show.
That's a shout out to Leanne.
Leanne, shout out to Leanne.
Bravo.
Leanne.
So, all of the things you're doing, do you have a particular favorite? The stand-up, the one-woman show, the improv?
The one-woman show is special to my heart, and also it's taken on a life of its own, but I also wouldn't call that my favorite show. I think it opened doors for like adult Danielle to talk about other things that are absolutely my favorite. And relationships are really what it comes down to. I observe them. Everything is a relationship. They're just the bonds we build between people. So I think like the diagnosing of relationships has become my favorite thing. And that's what's great about acting. When we become characters, we're diagnosing the relationships between each other and their behavior types and finding what works and what's sinister. So we can make it readable.
Yeah.
Translating that to real life, that's where it gets interesting.
Right. Well, speaking of interesting, now I would like to present the comedy sketch I wrote, performed by myself with Danielle and Amie. Take a look. So it's been a bit much.
Hi.
Hello, Stacy. Please.
Sit down.
Yes. Stacy, this is Carol from
HR. I know you.
Yes, I conducted your
Orientation. I still have that tote bag.
Stacy, I called you in here to discuss.
Dress code. Too much cleavage.
FYI, HR does not have a problem with your cleavage.
Thank you, Carol.
My eyes are up here.
Stacy, it's not the cleavage. It's
Coffee breaks. Am I taking too many?
No, I don't care about the coffee breaks.
Am I
It's-
taking too long in the bathroom?
No, I need to talk to you about what you're doing right
Now?
Yes.
Sitting? Am I on your hat?
Interrupting. You constantly.
Interrupt?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
No idea. You had no idea you were
Constantly interrupting you? No.
Well, you are. It happens all the
Time? I understand.
Well, it's very
Rude.
Yes, and extremely.
Passive aggressive.
I was going to say unprofessional, but it's that too. I don't think you realize how
Frustrating?
frustrating. Yes, extremely frustrating. And
Insubordinate.
yes. Well, borderline. I don't know. Carol, would that be considered insubordinate?
I'm from HR.
I know, which is why I asked you that question.
I can bring it back to someone and they can get you an answer in 3 to 6 months.
Never mind. Let's just call it insubordinate. Stacy, I need you
Stop
to.
interrupting you when you're speaking.
Yes. And
Oh, respect your authority as my manager.
also, yes. And furthermore, I think you should. Furthermore, Stacy, for your good and the good of the entire department, I think you should.
What, Phil? What would you like her to furthermore do?
I don't know. I was hoping she would finish the thought.
Thank you, Stacy. I think we're done here.
Yeah, from now on, please just
Interrupt you while you're speaking. Got it. This is such a relief. I thought I was in trouble for editing my OnlyFans videos on my work computer.
And that was furthermore performed by myself with Danielle and Amie. Ladies, thank you so much for doing that. It was a lot of fun.
That was so much fun.
It was. Thanks for having us on board. It was a pleasure doing sketch comedy with you today.
Yeah. You've written your piece, your full length, and you've written your stand-up. Have you written any sketch?
I've written some short plays, but
Okay, that
not
counts.
sketch. Not yet.
Where do you draw the line between the two? Okay, well,
Maybe it's the amount of jokes.
that's interesting. That's so interesting because I draw the line at 8 pages. Anything beyond 8 pages is a one-act play to me. And a sketch should really be, 5 or 6 at the outside.
I think there's formulas for a sketch. So I feel like you can have a 3-minute short play,
True,
which is
that's
not a
true.
sketch.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not funny. Because you've written sketches. You've also written. You've written on and off for a while.
I've done prose and poetry and songwriting and sketch writing.
I'm working on a screenplay right now. I've spent a lot of time in sketch and short plays the last several years, but now I'm trying to buckle down and get a full-length screenplay written.
Solid. What's that one about?
That one is about a private detective hired by a young woman to track down some money that was stolen out of her bank, and we slowly find out she's a vampire.
Aha! I'm on board. I'm invested. I'm curious.
Yeah.
And the sketch version would be that detective dies and they have to suddenly find a new detective to take that detective's role, and they hide all the...
That's good. I was going
To say.
that detective died because the vampire got hungry and decided she needed the blood more than her money.
But they still needed a detective, so they gave all the clues to the new detective and walked her through the case.
I was going to say, or I thought you were going with the detective died, came back as a vampire to finish the case.
This is what a writer's room is.
This is exactly.
Yeah.
We're in the writer's room right now.
Yeah.
That's 3 different versions.
These are all great ideas, but I'm going to finish the full length first.
As you must do.
It's more important that I have 120 pages that nobody will ever read than another 5
You should bring it
pages.
to Naked Angels.
Yeah.
That's
tell me
what you
about-
can submit 10 pages at a time.
So they'll read 10 pages of anyone's...
You can submit 10 pages at a time. If it's selected,
I
then
see.
you will get a live staged reading, and they'll cast on site, and you can hear those 10 pages. That's going to happen in installations as
I
things
see.
are selected, yes.
All right, interesting. Amie and I were just part of a sketch jam at the People's Improv Theater.
And so was Danielle.
You were there.
Wasn't that the sketch we
That
just
was what we
performed?
did.
That was a sketch
for
we
the
just
jam.
performed.
Sir?
Yeah. But what we rehearsed and we showed up ready to go, and they just started handing us other scripts to read.
Yeah, that was a fun surprise.
That was a
Yeah.
fun
That was a
surprise.
delightful surprise.
I did not expect that, and I loved it. I loved it. Somebody else did all the writing. Cool,
Yeah.
And I got to play different parts again, not myself. So
And it's a brand new thing that the Pit is doing.
yeah, they're gonna
The
keep that
sketch
going.
Jam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there's another one coming up in June. June 17th, I believe.
Oh, yes.
And you can find this information at the People's Improv Theater website. You can just Google them,
We're giving them free advertising
giving
here.
them free advertising.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, well, then again, they deserve some credit because, like you said, we did workshop this at that same jam.
Very true, very true. That's where it got its first initiation.
So, well, thank you both for coming. Danielle, we're going to have you back very soon. I want to hear more about the mystic part.
That's right.
Of your introduction.
That's right. We'll bring out some tarot, we'll do some readings, we'll explore together the symbolism of the cards.
I love that. Well, thank you, Danielle.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you again, Amie.
Thanks, Mike.
And thank you for watching Mike's Alternate Reality Show. I'll see you next time. Good night.